Now it's live. Hello, everybody. This is Delta USA with Center Right Federation.
This is.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm here, guys, and
Yes.
still retired.
Still retired. You gotta tell everyone every time because they're like, "Oh, is he retired or is he not?"
I'm new here.
Yeah, he's the new guy. America 77733.
Hell yeah, fuck yeah, America.
Freedom, faggot.
Bunch of
Just
faggot.
kidding. Get seriously, but now basically what I did with America is essentially what we did is that we did our own. I did like an alt-right show. We just did one where it's just him and I, which I'm gonna upload that special edition soon, but it's like 4 hours, so it's gonna take some work to get it all put together and released. But we're gonna do one right now with Center Right with the three of us, and we're gonna talk about some degenerates and other.
Yup, as always, we're gonna be talking about smashing cultural Marxism.
Cultural Marxism, just to trigger everybody. Or we can also talk about news. So, America, what we were doing, we were talking about how apparently now the SJWs want to edit something like Thomas the Tank Engine because it's
Oh, yeah.
racist.
It's so stupid.
I haven't heard about that. Can somebody give me some update?
Yeah, we were on Skype and I was like, "What? That's a thing?" I was like, "Oh
They're
God!"
accusing Thomas the Tank Engine of stereotyping black people or something.
It's like I'm like, no, why? It's fine. There's nothing.
Like the bad engines have black smoke and like the good engines have white smoke.
What
but
the
that-
hell? That's retarded.
I know.
It is. Indeed.
Yeah, I heard once an SJW talk about how life is racist because you know how usually in America whenever we use symbolisms we tend to like show whiteness as if it's a good thing but like darkness as if it's a bad thing, and apparently it's racist.
They do the opposite. They show whiteness as a bad thing.
Yeah, no, but they're trying to say that blackness should be considered good and whiteness should be considered evil, according to them.
Wow, that's what I said. They want to do the opposite.
Yup.
Why you do this?
They're retarded.
It's because they literally have nothing better to do. They have no lives or anything like that, so they just spend all their time just trying to make an issue out of something that's really not that big a deal, even though there are more serious issues going on, like the rape epidemics that we've seen in Europe. But SJWs are all just completely silent on that because it contradicts their agenda of multiculturalism.
Of course it does, because they're retarded.
It's like a dilemma. It's like, do you support women's rights or do you support multiculturalism and mass immigration?
I'm amazed like how many of them are converting to Islam. It's amazing.
And they're still trying to
I'm
be
not
cucks.
surprised.
They're trying to be cucks inside of Islam.
Many of these people are freaking jihadist sympathizers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they'll find out really hard that you can't be gay and Islam at the same time.
Yeah, it's impossible.
It's like
It really
being
is.
gay-
Like, I mean, they throw
like-
gay people off buildings. They decapitate gays, throw them in prison. But yet, we have all these stupid far left morons saying, oh, my gay rights, but my Islam is a religion of peace.
Yeah, it's like dumb. Or let's say you can be gay and a Christian, sure. We went over this in the American. We went over this in the special edition of the alt-right that I'm going to be uploading. We talked about this.
A gay Christian is like it's like an anarcho-fascist. That's what it's like.
That's a good way to
Anarcho-fascist.
explain it. That's a good way to explain it, actually.
An anarcho-fascist.
It's an oxymoron. It doesn't
Anarcho-communism
fit.
is the thing that I'm pretty sure anarcho-fascism could be possible.
It'd be a meme. Being an LGBT Christian's being a gay Christian's like a meme.
Like, here's the thing though, like, anarcho-communism is just a fucking retarded ideology. Like,
Yeah.
see, the thing is, I don't agree with anarcho-capitalism at all. I'm not an ANCAP. But see, the thing is, like, think about it. Capitalism is basically recognizing markets, private property, voluntary trade, and communism is like recognizing the abolishment of all private ownership. So how the hell is that anarchy in any way?
Well, usually anarchists are against capitalism a lot of times.
Yeah.
Just classic anarchists. So it fits, but then the problem is you have minus.
Yeah, but then even they oppose communism as well.
Yeah, they
that's
were
true.
abolishing like all social order. The original ones.
in total chaos.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's even more retarded.
Yes. Like back to the whole thing with SJWs. Have you guys like heard anything recently about them?
Mm.
Oh yeah, they got in Portland, Oregon. You read the American Free Press?
No, I haven't heard of it.
Well, you gotta be careful. It's a lot of it's anti-Semitic stuff, but it's still a good. I use it. Um, they have in Portland, Oregon, a college is gonna have like Whiteness Month or something. Where like,
Wow.
if you like, it's not like a white celebration month, like what Black History Month. It will be basically like they talk down.
They basically guilt white people.
Yeah.
Make them feel bad about what they are, and that's sad, dude. That's what we've come to.
It makes me want to go 1488 all over.
Yeah.
What is it, Ethan? What is it like, you're all, I don't condemn the slaughter of the left. I'll participate in it.
Amen and amen.
Is anyone there?
Yeah.
He's eating food.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ethan, because you always say that. I don't condemn the slaughter of the left. I'll participate in it.
Oh yeah.
You love like
I think Chris Cantwell has it right. Is he there?
May, are you oh, he's muted.
Oh.
There.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Of course I can.
All right. So what else do you guys want to talk about?
I was mentioning how you said I don't condemn the slaughter of the left. I'll participate in it.
Oh yeah. Yup.
That's the
I just start throwing them out of helicopters.
They say, oh, dictatorship of the proletariat, smash all they oppose to socialism. Killing people.
Yeah.
Says I'm wrong for stopping them.
Yeah.
You're a degenerate who want to destroy my country, so of course I should fight against you.
Exactly. I mean, all I know is if Marxists ever like try to start a revolution, I just know I'm gonna start a counter-revolution.
Counter-revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think we could go over some of their arguments quickly?
Oh, sure. We can go over all kinds of things. Not just
Alright,
degeneracy now.
So you know how a lot of them like to talk about how, like, oftentimes whenever a socialist country has fallen, they like to say shit like, oh, but revisionism, more revisionism, and all that kind of stuff, fascists and capitalists infiltrated the party, and that's why communism died in those countries, like the Soviet Union. What do you guys think of that?
It's absolutely bullcrap.
Stupid. I think revisionism probably is what almost saved their asses. Like, because Marxist theories just don't work. I mean.
Exactly. The state cannot know everybody's needs and wants, but according to these people, yeah. And here's another thing.
We know a couple guys. We know one guy who fell. He was cool, but he fell to communism. Like, and he's probably gonna be like, oh, this is cringe.
Yeah, and here's the thing, though. You know how a lot of them like to say that during Khrushchev, that's when it became capitalist? That's bullshit, because capitalist reforms did not come till later on during Gorbachev.
Have you guys ever heard of Rafik Al-Tanin on Facebook?
Nah, who is that?
Oh, he's just the most ridiculous, retarded communist ever. He also was Sharia al-Assad on nation states, but he basically fits the description of your typical, like, you know, Jason Unruh or whatever the hell his name.
Yeah, fatty untrue.
Oh yeah, you Twinkie eating fat motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, like this, you know, Sharia or Rafik. He's a French Japanese, half French or something. But he changed his name to an Arabic name because he wanted to convert to the Islams.
Yeah.
And like, he claims that that Aisha Gaddafi's daughter, is like in love with him or something, and he also has all these ridiculous Marxist theories. Like, he'll say, well, it was because of the capitalist, imperialist, you know, hedonist. Like, he's anti-degenerate, I'll give him that, but he's a classical Marxist. But at the same time, he has all the, like, same anti-capitalist arguments, like, Project Cyberston worked. Allende was murdered, and he had the greatest economic policy of all time until Pinochet came and made the country poor. I'm like, what?
Pinochet did not make the country poor.
He made the country rich. I mean,
dude, the country was prospering a lot, and they had the highest level of economic freedom. All the inflation stopped.
Of any country in Latin America, I think, right?
Yeah, exactly. They had the highest economic growth in Latin America under Pinochet. Have you noticed when leftists like to apologize for the Allende regime? Have you noticed all they do is brag about how he was democratically elected? Like they cannot
Yeah.
name anything good he did.
This guy tried to say, what was it called? Project Cyberston, or let me find it.
Project Cyberston?
Yeah, that's it. It was a Chilean project from 1971 during the
I
presidency.
think.
Yeah. It was like aimed at constructing a distributed decision support system to aid in the management of the national economy. It was basically a computer that would like aid them in like socialism or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, this is retarded. This is literally retarded. I mean, it's pseudoscience. It's literally pseudoscience. It didn't help, you know, the economy of Chile at all. It was like a Star Trek computer room. You can look it up on Google Images. Project Cybersyn. It did not work. You know, it literally did not work. And then there's some leftist website, the Cybersyn Revolution, Jacobin Mag. I guess they consider themselves Jacobins, but reason.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
So, Delta, you wanted to talk about degeneracy, you said?
Yeah, because we were talking about like for hours about degeneracy. Like it was.
Oh man, like it never ends.
It doesn't. Like I heard slippery slope is just a fallacy, right? Sure. I know, Ethan. I actually got someone actually threatened. Like he said, if he could, he'd break my neck. So I got threatened almost like death threat, like DeviantArt.
Oh, wait, didn't you send me that yesterday?
Did I?
Yeah, I think you did.
Some guy told me to go die in a hole. Yeah, he literally break my neck like a freaking.
Well, it's the kind of behavior that makes me think that it was justified to throw these people out of helicopters.
I know some lefties are gonna get triggered, but it's like so. You'd kill us, or they'd force us to be re-educated in communism.
Oh yeah.
Or die.
You know, I think like maybe like the SJWs are like communism in their ultimate form, like because it's just degenerate. It's like already a failed ideology, so it can only get worse.
I like how many communists like to act like they are opposed to the elites of the U.S., even though many of them get funds from the elites.
Oh yeah, like the Ford Foundation and all.
Yeah.
That's just a right-wing conspiracy.
The anti-Trump rallies were funded by George Soros.
And some of them were even funded by Mitt Romney and people like that, like right-wing.
George Soros.
Oh man.
We must spill the blood of the white devils. The time has come to round the border of Europe and exterminate the white race once and for all. Are you trying to do an impression of me, feeble Goyim?
Listen here, Goyim. Actually, no, I sound too much like a
Meet
good guy.
Trigglypuff, the fattest, most entitled SJW alive. What the hell?
Oh man!
Have you guys ever seen the anti-race?
You've not heard of Trigglypuff? Are you kidding me, Ethan?
She's the bane of the internet.
I've seen her videos before, but I never knew her name.
People call her Trigglypuff.
Or Hipster. This is her dating account.
Ugh.
It's so gross.
It's so wrong.
Yeah, and I think me and Delta also discussed this. It's the leftist war on beauty. It's like where they try to like say, oh, everybody's beautiful on the inside and all that stuff. But the thing is, usually as humans, we take personality into account. Don't get me wrong, but you also take looks into account as well.
That's true.
That's just how it's always been.
I'm trying to figure out like why are the left doing this? Because back under Stalin, they were cracking down on like degenerate art and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, like communism went down the road somewhere.
Like I think cultural Marxism has just gotten so retarded. Like.
Well, cultural Marxism is the Western form of Marxism, so I don't think crap like. Dude, trust me, communism in Russia, this would not fly.
No, you're right.
Even Russian communists are against crap like this.
Yeah, they would she would be in the. I don't know if she would be in the gulag. They would just she's of no service to the states. They just pop. They would pop her, burn her blubber.
Oh,
dude.
Use it for raw material.
Because even on the whole Putin's ban on gay propaganda, even the Communist Party of the Russian Federation, or the KPRF, voted for it.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. I mean, that's uniting a nation.
Trust me, if I was a communist, if I was all the way over in that end of the planet, I probably would have voted for that.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of that, what do you guys think of Nazbol, National Bolshevism?
Oh, that's retarded.
It is retarded.
Like, how well does that work? Communist Nazis.
I don't know.
Oh, I know a website for that if you want to see it. Have you ever heard of Eustace Mullins?
I've heard of it, but I've never been on there.
Oh no, Eustace Mullins. He's the guy who wrote a book. He wrote Secrets of the Federal Reserve. It's actually a really good book, but he himself was a jerk, and he was a homosexual. He was a degenerate, and he was a neo-Nazi. He was a racist asshole, and he was also a friend with all these communist groups. But despite that, he wrote an excellent book on the Federal Reserve. I highly suggest you pick up Secrets of the Federal Reserve. But at the same time, there was a guy. He wrote a book called Imperium. What was his name? Imperium. By Francis Parker Yockey, where he said like they could work with like non-degenerate communists. But recently, Francis Parker Yockey's views have been kind of hijacked by National Bolsheviks, and so now the National what do they call them? American National Bolsheviks.
Nazbols, I think.
Yeah, Nazbol. Oh, here it is. Mari K. You could find out all about their ideology here. Like, but they have like a good argument. Like they say Stalin was actually like against degeneracy, and like so he must have been a good guy. I don't think that made Stalin a good guy. He killed a bunch of innocent people for no reason.
Not to mention he is embraced today by the cultural Marxists. Literally, cultural Marxists embrace him, even though they'll probably be in gulags right now.
When I was a leftist, I was like, that's a good thing. He was against that. Dude, trust me, I'd be one of the communists if I was still a leftist. No, none of them would want me in power because I think they'd all go to the gulag. I'm like, you get out of my country. You serve. You're useless to me.
You are useless to me. Would you put all the anarcho-communists in like the game?
Oh, I would. Oh man, I've never liked anarchists. I've always hated them.
Oh yeah, me too. I used to be kind of an ANCAP at like one point in my life. It was like.
But it was cringe.
Yeah. I don't understand what mutualism. Anyone know what that is? It's like
no idea.
caps, but like they got an orange flag instead of a yellow flag.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
But like they're not. I think they're like anarcho-corporatists, I guess. Like, but they're not anarcho-capitalists.
That's interesting. The mutualist.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand their idea. I agreed with their banking idea, though. I mean, I'm against usury. Like, you know, I agreed with Gaddafi against usury. Like, you know, I support a free market, but I do not support usury. You know, because I think.
Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I've heard a lot of Nazbols tend to like embrace Strasserism.
They do, because they tend, yeah.
Some of them even embrace Hitler.
Yeah, they embrace Hitler and Stalin.
The white devils.
And see, here's the thing about the left as well. This is why I don't argue with them. See, they're the type of people that will argue against you over the existence of the moon. It doesn't matter how many times you point it at them, they will deny that it's right in front of them. And
David Icke denies that, doesn't he?
And even as you point at it, they'll just call that right-wing bourgeois propaganda that's in the sky.
Yeah.
They denied the existence of anything.
You know what's stupid is the Southern Poverty Law Center claimed David Icke was right-wing. David Icke is a leftist.
Oh, dude, the SPLC is the biggest, and the ADL are just a bunch of scumbags.
Oh, they're like Jewish mafia.
Yeah, they're basically Jewish supremacists.
And like the SPLC, their social justice war is like pre-social justice war.
Well, I mean, the SPLC, I would probably say that the ADL is the Jewish supremacist group, but the SPLC is just like a straight up. It's just a straight up
Marxist.
Like a Marxist SJW organization, and they've even called out Zionists as well.
Yeah, that's true. They did.
What do these people say? The Zionists are racist?
And then the Zionists are racist, closet Nazis. They're doing the Nazis' work and killing Muslims.
Oh, they even like what they do, the SPLC attacks black groups too if they're against homosexuality.
But the thing is, they have bias because they only target you if you're right wing, and if you're anti-Semitic or homophobic. But other than that, they hardly like. If you look up the new Black Panther Party in the SPLC, it's not emphasized that they're anti-white.
Yeah, they don't emphasize that. They kind of emphasize like they're anti-Semitic and like they're homophobic. Like that's the only thing. Because those are protected groups, you know.
Yeah. And the ADL, see the thing about the ADL, these people do not care about Jews at all. They're just, in fact, I feel like the ADL has caused more anti-Semitism
Then prevented it. I'll be right back. I gotta put this in there.
Yeah, because with their censorship and stuff, it's given anti-Semites the impression that Jews rule over them. So now everybody starts to think that it's the Jews that are behind them, but really it's just this left-wing organization that's doing that.
The
resistance is futile, white man.
And many of these Jews also tend to be anti-white and anti-Christian, the ones that are in the ADL.
Oh yeah, like
George Soros.
And many of them are even hostile towards Israel. Many of them even talk about boycotting Israel, that Israel is a hateful nation.
Wait, SPLC is trying to boycott Israel now?
Well, I heard that the ADL once organized a boycott Israel campaign.
What the fuck?
Self-loathing.
And I've heard that they've even supported Hamas.
I never heard that.
Hamas are anti-Semites and Holocaust deniers.
Exactly. Hamas and Hezbollah were both founded basically on the Palestinian SS division.
Hezbollah is actually Lebanese, I think, right?
Yeah,
like in Lebanon, like they're Shiites.
They're Shia Muslim. Iran.
Iran shills, and Hamas, they're Sunnis, but they're still Iran shills.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hamas needs to start like becoming Saudi shills. You know, then they can have big money, so they can get more clay.
Speaking of this, what do you guys think we should be done to Iran for having the nukes?
Make them into a Shah state. Make them to another.
That's
monarchy.
what I agree. I don't want the MEK. You know, the people's. What do they call those faggots?
I don't want degenerates in Iran. I like how that's the only thing I can give the Ayatollah credit for is basically wipe that off the map.
Yeah, he wiped degeneracy. In fact, Ahmadinejad even said there are no homosexuals in Iran. I like that.
Yeah, I heard in Iran they have a policy where they also force guys to get a sex change operation if they're gay.
That might be a genius idea.
That actually sounds too degenerate, man. That does sound.
Ah, shit.
That does sound degenerate.
Darn it, Ayatollah. Bad idea. Now we got a bunch of trannies.
Because then how do you know? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, you can tell the trans women who are gay, they look like men, so you can kind of spot them.
Yeah, even the way they talk as well.
I thought they hung homos.
They probably do.
They do hang homos if they refuse to get the sex change operation.
Then they get lynched.
You have to hang them on cranes.
They give them the day of the rope. Actually, hanging on cranes, like that's actually really cool for killing commies.
Yeah, that shows you don't touch the fascist state, or it's.
You're gonna get a crane.
I was gonna forgot to tell friend over here about some nation state stuff. I was gonna do that if commies ever rebel. That's what I would do if I had power. Just you don't revolt against the state, otherwise this is what you get.
Bitches.
That you will pay for you don't. I don't take revolts too kindly.
Oh man, what was that joke I made? Like Lauren Southern's, like what's that weeaboo term? Is my what? What was it?
Senpai.
Oh yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Lauren Southern's my wife though.
No, I was just like, gas yourself.
Yeah, like that. That's what like. There was this stupid article. I think it was like this cuckster. It was like National Review or something, and they were saying people in the alt-right jack off to anime, and I'm like, what? No, we don't. Like,
Dude,
no.
In the alt-right
group, watch anime like that.
They hate anime. Like they like it, but they're not like complete fans of it.
It probably depends on what kind of anime it is.
I like that anime movie. It's like a fascist anime where like the guys are wearing gas masks and like shooting all these protesters.
Shit. It probably depends on. I don't think What's it? How long has anime been around? Has it been around? Was it even around in Imperial Japan, or was it? Was it?
Yeah, I just found the meme in some group where it shows some dude's face and it's yelling at Japan, telling them to stop creating these degenerate cartoons.
They should just quit.
Yeah, didn't a bunch of commies whose names should not be mentioned what's talked about legalizing anime child porn or something like that
Oh yeah. Yes.
to prevent pedophilia?
Yeah.
That's actually encouraging it, I think, because porn, it creates lust. And how I know that is because back before, like there's people. You there?
Yeah.
There's people like they'll watch porn and then they want to go fornicate. So that's stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Oh, and speaking of which, I heard a couple weeks ago one of my friends, Rocky Mr. E, was accused of being a pedophobic.
What?
It had to be a troll who accused him of that, right?
I mean, it's possible, but Rocky Mr. E had to block him because he accused him of being a pedophobic.
A pedophile phobe or something like that, or a pedophobe?
Yeah, but it's that he just called him a pedophobe.
Wow.
That is just so stupid.
It shows people are starting to shill for pedophiles now.
Well, remember.
Oh, I'm sorry, but it's a fallacy. That's not gonna happen.
Pedophile,
Sure.
but I'm not a monster. You remember that thing?
Oh yeah, that's cringe. That makes me just want to.
Oh yeah, and I think that there's a guy on YouTube. Hold on, I'm gonna send you guys his link. This guy's a complete fucking degenerate. You guys are gonna throw up. And I'm not even gonna tell you guys what it is. I want you guys to see for yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna believe me if I just told you guys this. Hold on,
everything like that has to be false. This has to be a conspiracy.
Look, I'm not kidding.
Send it.
Click on that link.
What? Wait, what?
Look at that.
I don't get it.
Anti-pedo.
Well, I thought it said anti-pedophile action. I was gonna be like, oh, cool. Wait, what? Anti-pedophobe action?
Yeah, and look at one of his videos.
Refugees welcome. Love is love. Ma'am, what?
And look, I'm a teenager and a pedophile. What do I do now? It's one of his videos.
Oh, kill yourself.
Can we just flag all of this dude's videos and just ruin, or should we keep it like to show others?
I don't even know what we should do with it, dude.
I'm gonna send this to my Polish buddy on Nation. Oh man, he's gonna really want to kill this guy.
Oh, I know. Poles hate this freaking kind of stuff, dude.
Oh, dude, some guy wrote on his discussion board, "Hey, please kill yourself so that children are safe from you."
That's just. I don't know what it is. I do love Poles, man. I don't have nothing against them. Like,
Oh man.
Oh yeah, I have a ton of respect for Eastern Europe. I mean, I heard a ton of the national conservative parties are winning over there.
Yeah.
A lot of them are against these refugees, and here's the thing. I think what's it called I think that they should be taking I think Western Europe should be taking Eastern Europe's advice.
I think America should be taking Eastern Europe's.
Well, we should be taking their advice as far as homos go and other degenerates.
Because I mean, the reason why Eastern Europe is not as cut is because they've lived under of leftism.
I said, trust me, if I was like Polish or some kind of like Slav, I probably would just leave this country at this point and just go back.
I've thought of leaving this country, like to go to like Slavic country. Okay, the anime that I liked was called Jinro. I didn't see it myself, but it looked pretty good. It was like he's like a military agent and he's like hunting down communists. It was really good.
Oh.
It's like they got
I see it. The Wolf Brigade.
Yeah. It looks bad. Looks badass.
Do you guys think that a neo-McCarthyism could be necessary?
Yes, I do believe that.
Yup.
Sign me up, type thing. That's how I am about that.
Because the thing is, neo-McCarthyism, like while he may have not been able to completely
You there?
What, Ethan?
If you watch it, he talked about how normally communism is not going to come always through guerrilla warfare, Marxist paramilitaries uniting the working class to overthrow the bourgeoisie. It's not going to be like that all the time. It's also going to be subversion and like promoting demoralizing and like basically promoting degeneracy and stuff.
They can't do that. They can't really do that in Poland. They have to actually do it traditionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the reason why the communists do that, we need to understand is, you know, they understand if you break down a nation's moral character, especially if you break down Christianity, it will be easier to overthrow that country because the people will be kind of nihilistic, kind of deistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's another thing. They're also against like tradition, and you know how the West was basically founded on Christian values. That's the thing that they want to attack first.
Exactly.
Yes.
There's a professor named Daryl Hamamoto who kind of talked about how like they're bringing in like these people to like take over the education system and like they're trying to degenerate it.
Oh God, yeah, we've already seen that happen all over the universities. And see, here's the funny thing. This is where I sometimes tend to agree with third worldists, with like Maoist third worldists. When they talk about the first world commies, it's just that I don't really think these people are revolutionary or even devoted to it, because for them everything is identity politics. For them, it's all about degenerate crap, and all they do is go around talking about safe spaces and censoring people in the universities more than they care about actual revolution.
Is that what that Jason guy like?
Yeah.
Is he against homosexual degeneracy?
But
No.
he is against trannies, I've heard.
That is, I actually know I have to shake his hand. I've never found something I could agree with him on. That's amazing.
Yeah, see,
I hear
the reason why
echoing.
they're against trans and stuff like that is because oftentimes, you know how these people believe in the concept of male privilege? They believe that a guy can never be a woman no matter how hard he tries to be. And to be honest, even though I don't believe in the concept of male privilege, I don't think a guy could ever identify as a chick.
So that's why he believes in it, because he believes in male privilege?
Yeah, and he's basically a gender realist and a race realist as well.
I didn't know he was a race realist.
I mean, he does always acknowledge race in a lot of his videos.
I mean, I've always said that was it a sex realist or a gender realist, or it's just because people now say it's a social construct, so you kind of have to.
Wait, so Jason Unruh, or whatever the hell his name is a race realist? I am amazed.
Yep.
Again. Drink to that.
And the thing is, this is a contradiction of the left. I've read this out in the 8 glaring contradiction of the left. Yeah, race is a social construct, except if you're white.
So Jason Unruh like hates white people.
Yeah, he is pretty anti-white.
I might even do some 8 glaring contradictions of the left, just like a separate video, because Ethan, yours was good, but it was kind of choppy. So you might want to get like a redo or something.
You guys look on the group chat. I just posted a link to something.
I'll probably just do a redo for you then, so you don't have to do it.
Commies?
Yeah, just click it. It's the worst group of commies you will ever see. These are the people who ambushed Alex Jones. I looked it up.
Oh, Red Guards, Austin, and
they got the
they're covered.
Transgender Liberation Front or something on there.
Oh God. Ugh. Why you do this?
I just wanted to show you that there are these. This is just so retarded.
These people need to be thrown out of helicopters.
Oh
Exactly.
yeah. Speaking of which, do you guys want to see a meme I found where it's showing all the bathrooms? You know how they recently passed out that law where trannies could go into the bathroom that they identify as?
I think I'm gonna wait at those bathrooms and like try to beat people up.
One thing you guys should look at is the picture I found the other day. It doesn't even have trannies going into the bathroom. It's a bunch of sexual predators walking in one.
Wow.
Are you serious? Like there's like all these faggots?
It's just like a bunch
Like
of
they're a bunch
pedos.
of weird sexual predators. Let me find that meme for you.
Oh, I think
You
you're
guys
talking
are
about the real thing. Like there are all these faggots just waiting in there.
No,
That
it is a
has
real
happened
thing.
already, hasn't it? Wasn't there a little girl who's raped?
There was a little girl that was raped. When?
I don't know. I might have heard that somewhere. I don't know if it's true. I didn't. I just heard it like rumor from
Well,
someone.
honestly,
Wow.
I
I wouldn't be surprised, yeah, because of all these damn pedos.
Let me see. I think it's no. Maybe it is. Let me look on. I think it was on culturalmarxism.net. I hate when they say it's a conspiracy theory because it's not a conspiracy theory. The Frankfurt School was a real thing, and the stuff they're doing essentially is cultural Marxism. You know, but everyone says it's a conspiracy theory, and it's not. It's one of the most, historically proven things ever. You know what I mean? But like they just if
Don't
you call
almost
it
do
cultural
like-
Marxism, they accuse it of being a conspiracy theory just because of the name. You know.
Oh, it's a right-wing conspiracy and it's not real.
Well, what about all the crazy left-wing conspiracies they have?
Oh, America's behind all this crap, all those bad things in the world.
Justin Trudeau.
Trudeau should just KYS.
Accuse everybody of being.
I got something. And this is like.
I don't think Ethan knows what KYS means.
What does that mean?
I told you, kill yourself.
Oh. KR1. Oh yeah, I know what it means. Ethan, you don't know? You there?
You muted again. Freaking cut.
Oh, I was talking about how we should invade British Columbia. I'm not joking, because it would connect us. Delta USA pointed out to me that it would connect us to I think Alaska would help us.
Yeah, like Alaska.
And
I think we'd have to take the Yukon territory too.
Huh?
We'd have to take the Yukon as well if we wanted to totally connect Alaska.
That's a good idea too, and that's definitely connected to us in a way. But really, it would help us liberate so many Canadians from Trudeau's mentally ill dictatorship.
Yeah, I mean, at times I feel like Canada deserves Trudeau for electing him. I mean, because no offense to Tom, because Tom's Canadian and he was against Trudeau, but the thing about Trudeau is that guy is just a cuck. He literally wants to open up the borders of Canada. He literally calls for the replacement of Canadians. He wants to take down the national anthem. He's literally destroying Canada's national identity.
Take down their national anthem? I didn't hear that.
Well, I mean, I think their national anthem was taken down by the previous government that they had, and it was leftist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was like the Maple Leaf Forever or something.
Yeah, and then they changed it to Oh Canada.
That anthem is so shitty, dude.
Was the Maple Leaf Forever better?
Yeah.
Let me listen to it. Maple Leaf. Why'd they change it?
Because lefty's gonna left, so they hate culture, they hate tradition, so they want to change it.
I was saying, was it?
That's blatant Soviet, in Canada, that's just right next door, I hate commercials on this stupid thing.
I was saying we should change ours back to Hail Columbia, because that was a good one.
That would be a good idea.
That's a nice one. I think it's a nice song, actually.
Here we go.
And didn't Trudeau once talk about how he wants to replace the Canadian flag?
Why? With what?
I don't even know what with what, but I heard I heard
they changed it in
somewhere.
1965 to the one they have now. Which Hail Columbia is a nice song. I think we should adopt it that, 'cause it's actually American. It's not based off a drunken sailor song like ours is.
Yeah,
One
Yeah, I'm still on the radio show. What up?
is.
Huh? Oh no, I'm not almost done. You can call me back tomorrow. Okay, see you, bro.
Ethan.
Hey, do you guys think we could also go over pro-tranny arguments? What we're gonna say?
I don't think there are any pro-tranny arguments that work. I mean, they're all stupid.
They're all terrible. Oh, Ethan, I sent in the chat.
Yes.
That's the anthem we should have. That's what I'd make it.
Like, can I play it?
Sounds pretty good.
It's better. It's better because it's better. Well, so actually, it's the song for the vice president, which it's like, come on, better than that.
Yeah.
So one of the arguments is that they have gender dysphoria, but that's a emotional problem. That's not a biological problem.
Yeah, it's a mental disorder.
And the thing is, and the thing is though, telling a person that like a transgender that they must continue that lifestyle in order for them to feel better.
And that's normal, and that's love. Sure.
Oh yeah, we got a guy, Lee McInnes. Isn't there alt-rightists who are anti-Christian, like neo-pagans?
Oh, the edgy neo-pagans.
Oh, is he? Who is this guy, Lee McInnes? You guys know him? I think you were talking about him earlier.
No, I
didn't say anything.
Oh,
I think it's the chat. I think that's what it is. I'm gonna go check that out. Right.
Yeah, but anyway, telling a person that's normal is the equivalent of telling a person with schizophrenia that the voices in their head are real.
Oh yeah, you're right. In fact, I got something for you. I think it was the pediatrician said that this is dangerous.
Yeah, and it's usually these like commie trannies who go around go around censoring anything that's politically incorrect. They try to basically destroy anything.
American.
A bunch of pure degenerates.
Aren't most Maoist third worldists, even Manuel will be among them? Isn't he also against the trans?
Oh yeah, I was like a leftist. I was like, oh, that's cool. We're both just like I think even sometimes we would go on Tumblr and we would just cringe at some of these trannies that are on Tumblr.
Oh, they're ugly as hell.
They look like men because they were men.
I mean, even though there's a few that look like women, and even then you can still tell. I can always tell.
Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can't. You're thinking
It's scary.
Some of it until you get to the very degenerate end, you're like, oh, you have a wang. I'm out of here.
Because half of them don't get the surgery.
Well, that's probably why they're just cross-dressing fags.
Yeah, they're faggots, and they want to use a woman's bathroom. Oh man, Steven Crowder had a good video on this. Steven Crowder. Bill. Here it is. Describes it perfectly.
Hey Delta, I identify as an airplane. That means I get to sleep in the airport.
No.
Oh, dude, did you hear about that trans cat who wants to put cat litter boxes in the bathroom?
Are you?
What? Oh my god.
This is retarded. This is gonna also give this is gonna try to promote the PETA people and also the bestiality shit.
Yeah, have you heard of the dog fucker?
Yeah.
Everyone here should know about the dog fucker.
Yeah, you told me about it.
Oh god, please, Delta, please, do not talk about this, please, no.
I remember back in the day when it was fur fags and stuff
furries?
Yeah. That was years ago. Now it's gotten even worse.
They're like, oh, Ethan cringes every time I bring up the dog fucker.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, I saw the pictures and I immediately regret looking at them.
That's what I said. At your own risk. So I know Nero's gonna look. I know Nero's gonna look at it. I'm like, oh, I know he's gonna want to see this. So I'm like, all right, at your own peril.
What about
you
one
can.
jar?
Dude, it's like who fucks dogs? What the hell?
I don't know. It's just mentally deranged degenerates. I think this person. She gets you in free helicopter rides.
Oh, you got the
Ethan, you commented on my channel.
That I was.
You commented on my video.
I literally looked at the pictures and I was like, oh my god, what the hell is this?
I know you commented this bitch deserves a free helicopter ride.
Oh, I got a good argument.
Yeah, it's
the American
At first I thought the chick was hot, but then I was like, what the hell?
She doesn't even have any tits.
Titties.
It's freaking nasty, old pancakes.
Titties.
It's like pepperonis like on a freaking blob of jello.
Check your privilege, Delta USA. I identify as an attack helicopter.
No, no, I won't check my privilege because you're a degenerate. But other kin were from the 90s? Wow.
Wait, they are?
That means that's some old shit. I didn't know about that.
I thought it was a new thing, like that just like came when the SJWs like started like.
It must have been around for a long time, but it just came up again recently.
I hate it when like they just tell me to check my privilege.
Yeah.
Like
we got this.
Yeah, I've had that
war
happen
scene
before, to be honest.
They actually tell you they tell you to check your privilege. That's a real like.
It's this Lee, yeah, he's saying it's in the chat, like it's at least from the 90s, like at least.
Like they say, have you ever been told like by these leftists to like check your privilege?
No,
yeah,
luckily I haven't.
And a lot of them have even called me a cis white male. It's like I am a cis male, but I'm not white.
You're Cuban, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm Cuban and Costa Rican.
I'm a cis heterosexual.
You're Hispanic.
But I'm
That's dumb.
like I'm a white dude, but like I'm a quadroon. Like I'm not pure white Aryan. Like I'm Untermensch to some extent, not Ubermensch.
Ubermensch.
Yeah. Although I long for the days of the.
I love this dumb comment. I think I'm gonna read it. What the hell? I hope you freaking die in a hole.
Oh, isn't that a meme?
No, it's a freaking some guy like I told America on my DeviantArt. This guy literally said he hoped I'd die in a hole, and that he'd kill me.
Tolerant leftist.
And or he'll be thrown out of a helicopter soon.
Or he'll probably get killed under Sharia.
Or he's gonna be shot by right-wing death squads.
Right-wing death squads, or is it American? We're thinking, or he'll be judged one day.
Oh yeah.
One day.
Yeah, you'll be judged.
Yeah. What other part of degeneracy have you guys also noticed?
Well, the other, there's the demikin. Have you ever heard of that shit?
What the hell is that? I never even
We have
heard
like demisexuals though too, like demisexual.
Pansexual.
Dude, but this is the thing.
Like Sigmund
A lot
Freud.
of these leftists hate being labeled, but yet they come up with labels and they label themselves.
Yeah, like they're literally.
Like I think what separates us on the right from the left is that you generally, most people on the right are fairly normal people. Like right now we're having a normal conversation. Nobody's getting offended, But people on the left, they get offended by everything, and they're actually kind of like neo-Nazis if you really think about it.
Or if they do have a good conversation, it's in a hug box.
Oh yeah. They're screwing each other up the ass. I mean, they're totally weird.
And they have civil wars all the time. As a third position, or as a national, third position. We don't have civil wars almost at all. Like it's pretty unified.
Exactly. Like I don't agree with some of your economic views. Like I'm more capitalist, but I don't argue with you. Like I don't think, I'm not.
And plus, let's say even if capitalism can't come, the fact that me and America 777 are gonna pick your economics over Marxism.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll pick fascism over Marxism any day, man. Fascist economics are way better than Marxist stuff.
Because they actually are stable.
Yeah.
Franco actually improved the economy when it was screwed up by the Spanish Republic.
Yeah, the other republic was not bad. They didn't get rid of the king, but then commies.
Yeah, and then they began to persecute Catholics and stuff. Then
they had to go. Then they had to go down the drain.
Yep, and then Franco rounded up like the Phalangists and stuff, and then
the Carlists. He got all the monarchists together though too, and then kind of.
He got them all together.
And then they knocked over all the
leftists. They killed the commies. They killed the anarchists, and they sent the feminists back to the kitchen and put in laws. So
it was basically good night left side.
Yeah, basically they go good night right scum. And it's like you got told that first. I should make like some pole ball comment like good night left right side of all. What if I told you that you got crushed in 1939?
Yeah,
oh yeah.
They'll cry every time we tell them you got crushed
in September 11th, 1973.
Oh yeah. And they got crushed in Afghanistan by the Mujahideen. I'm not even a Muslim saying those guys.
Ever hear that song from Bosnia like the?
Yeah.
Even freaking jihadists kick their freaking ass.
Dude, they got their asses kicked in Iran.
Yeah, I have more. That's almost like, to be honest, as much as I'm not a big fan of Islam, I have more respect for almost Islamism than I do communism.
Me too.
Not much though. They barely are like neck and neck. Like it's barely.
And would many of you guys consider yourself Zionists? I'm one.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess I consider myself a Zionist.
Yeah, because I do support the Jewish state, and I do support like its right to exist.
Yeah, I used to be like anti-Zionist. I was kind of a neo-Nazi. I wasn't a neo-Nazi exactly, but I was anti-Zionist.
I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm just anti-Zionist.
Oh yeah, that's what commies do. Whenever you catch them in their anti-Semitism, like usually they'll come out as anti-Semites, and every time you point it out to them, they'll just say stuff like, "I am not anti-Semitic. I'm just anti-Zionist."
Yeah, I mean, I'll admit to you back in the day I was kind of anti-Semitic. I'll straight up admit to you that. I mean, I was anti-Zionist, but like I wasn't exactly a neo-Nazi. Like I didn't.
We were still like freaking kikes this and.
Yeah, I said kikes.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I can see why sometimes people like could resent the Jews and stuff like that. But however, I don't think we should hate all of them as a whole.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah, I mean because a lot of Jews are actually pretty good people.
Yeah, I mean I got to know some of them. Like, that's really what
Go on.
Yeah, like I got to know some like Jews, and like I thought they were pretty cool. Because they were they themselves were anti-communists.
Yeah,
like,
I
Chan or whatever they call them.
Yeah, one time one of my Russian Jewish friend who's right wing was once accused by
left-wing Jews pissed me off.
By a didn't do nothing communist of being a Zionist.
Wait, he did?
You get called like fascist scum or anything?
Yeah, he was told that he was a Zionist, a fascist, and even though he's a libertarian.
How is he a fascist? That's like.
I don't know. They just use it as a derogatory term, but to be honest, I'm taking it as a compliment now.
I actually do take it as a compliment, and that's just. Well, I know Ethan's right, but you follow the system, so of course you're gonna take it as a compliment.
The thing that kind of pisses me off is like the cultural Marxists have like destroyed women.
Like, they made them into a bunch of cuckolds. Like not women cuckolds, but they made them into a point where they'll just go and be adulterous, and they've made men into these cucks who just allow it.
But feminism has caused like all this like cuckoldry like to be fine, and they even think that men who don't let their wives fuck other men are misogynist.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that?
Oh, you know what's really sick? My buddy, he signed up to like Cougar Life like as a joke, and like all these like old whores are like sending him messages, like 20-some messages every day. You know, because he's a young dude.
What to screw them or something?
Yeah, you know some of them are still married. Some of them are still freaking married, man. A lot of them are divorced, and they probably got divorced because they were whores. And you know, it's sick. There are these, you know, because there's a reason a woman that age cannot keep up a husband, because they did something. There's something they did. That's why they're on Cougar Life now, looking for young dudes.
Mm-hmm.
But
like a bunch of MILFs, degenerates. It's like
yeah, it's sick. And like, you know, I was looking at the Lauren Southern thing where she's like talking to the one feminazi, and like the feminazis were like, gender and sex are different things. I saw that on Delta USA's like on the comments section. There's like some like leftists like saying.
My DeviantArt where I said that.
There's like some liberal at the bottom saying gender and sex are different things. Like, no, they're not. Like,
hey guys, before I go, do you think we could get into the topic of mass immigration and gun rights?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, so first, mass immigration. Like, see, the thing is, like, I have my reasons for opposing it. I would like to hear your reasons.
Destroys a nation's identity. That's one. Especially with this multiculturalism, because America, since we don't have an identifiable race, we're more a form of nationalism we'd have would be more of cultural nationalism, which multiculturalism destroys that. Basically says you need to be culturally enriched, you need to have all this diversity, because otherwise you're racist and xenophobic and.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these people are not going to integrate into our culture, and they're going to be.
Yeah, never will.
Yeah, and I argued with like a leftist teacher once. He's like, "Oh, this is the 21st century," some bullshit. But what she said was, America's many cultures, but that's not exactly true. You know, is America's culture similar to Afghanistan? I don't think
No.
it is. No.
Yeah,
We're not a
that's
nation
what
of many
I told some
cultures.
leftists I
We're
was
not
once
a melting
arguing
pot.
with. See, the problem is these people will call you a racist and stuff.
They
But the
called me a
thing is,
racist.
though,
Yeah. They called me a
the thing
Nazi.
is, though, like, let's say you're a country who's holding up the principles of liberty and freedom, and if you have people who are opposing to those values, it's not going to end well. How is Sharia law compatible with our Constitution?
It's not. You know, our country is like Liberty Prime, and their country is like you know, let me give it a good example that, you know, to compare Islamism to, you can kind of compare it to the Sith. You know what
Exactly. They reject freedom of religion. They reject freedom of speech. They reject all that kind of stuff. And then when they come in here, they start blowing stuff up. We've already seen the failures of multiculturalism in Europe.
I mean? Oh yeah, in Belgium.
Don't even get me started on the whole I was like, oh, using that analogy, I'm like, implying Jedis are any goods?
And then Sweden and Norway, the rape epidemics.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the refugees.
Yup.
You
We
know,
are refugees.
Muslim Arabs that are, you know, raping these people. Half of them aren't even Syrian, but a lot of them are. But the left now cannot admit that. They're saying, oh, the more of these women were raped by white male, you know.
Yeah, I even brought that up in the constitution by the left.
And it's like, you know, it's these Muslims that are doing it, yet these leftists just they can't see behind the curtain.
And the hypocrisy is that some of these stupid liberals are the kind of people who support Franklin D. Roosevelt, even
I
though
got a thing. This is a question.
Italian, Japanese, and German immigration.
Ethan,
And he put like Japanese in camps.
isn't it? It says, is Jewish law compatible with American values? Depends on what that law is.
Yeah, there's a lot of laws where it's not compatible, and I don't think they
Yeah, or
should.
contrary. Well, they
But
should
then
be
there are
contrary.
some that I
There are
consider
common. There's commonalities. So of course, the commonality should be shown, but the contrary, that should be taken up with Jewish people in their own community in that case.
Yeah.
Or
just-
or Muslims that live here. If you want your law, if you have to be here, then go in your own community and don't enforce it on everyone else.
Yeah, and don't try, and if somebody who's not a Muslim comes into your community, don't try to fuck with them.
Exactly.
Unless they're homos.
Yeah. If they're homos, beat the shit out of those and lynch them.
What is it? Some guy I know who cannot be named. He said, "Get lynched, coon."
Oh,
To some black nationalist.
to some Pan-Africanist.
No, was it? He said that was funny. He's like, "Get lynched, coon." Everyone was like just laughing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and gun rights.
Yes. I'd say this is before we go in this case.
Yeah. I'll give you an example of that. Like leftists, you notice how like they were pro-gun in the '60s. Convenient. And now they're not. Now that they're in power, now that they're in academia.
Yeah, exactly. And see, the thing is, in my city, Chicago, we have the highest crime rates due to our strict gun laws. But ever since, like, you know, they've allowed some open carry, they've allowed some gun ownership, our crime rate has actually gone down a lot. But unfortunately, we have a strict law where if like you can't have an assault rifle in the city.
What would be cool is like if you guys could like, you know, the people in Chicago, what they need to do is they need to form a paramilitary group to fight the gangbangers.
Yeah, fight all the gangs that fight all the politicians too.
Yeah.
Because we have way too much fucking liberal Democrats, liberal regressives running our city.
And
I
they're
can
just
imagine.
and they're just and it's just full of cuckolds and fags at this point.
Cuckolds
Yeah.
and fags. Cuckolds and fags.
Even at times, I wish we could bring back the mafia in Chicago, better than what we have now.
Or else they get rid of all the
Yep.
gangbangers.
Yeah, exactly. They made all the cities safe, to be honest.
Except when they were doing their own crap, of course.
Yeah, but they'll do everything all in secret, and they didn't like go after anyone innocent. Like they'll just randomly shoot anyone like they do now. They would go after people who were actually involved in like you know the drug trafficking and all that kind of stuff.
Like the abolition or whatever.
Yeah, and they'll pretty much go after like their rivals. Like you know how over here it's the Italians and the Irish.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
They go after rivals, really, not anyone else.
Yep. They even had connections with the police department too.
Oh, isn't the Chicago Police Department like it has connections with like the unions and all shit now, and it's like really corrupt.
Yeah.
Like they actually like take you to like some secret prison. They give you electroshock and shit. I've heard shit like that.
Yeah. And see, the thing about the police here is like, it's kind of like, it's basically like Detroit. Let's say you call the police like at one point, but it would take forever for them to show up. Like you have to call 2 times. So that's the reason why it's good to have a gun on you in case if the police can't, because the cops can't always protect you. You always have to protect yourself.
You know, it's really hard to get guns here in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Like it's super hard. I thought of getting a rifle, but I haven't done it yet.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, I'll talk to you guys later, all right?
All right, I was actually getting the show to begin with, so.
Shalom.
Yeah.
Shalom, guys.
Right. Shalom, Goyam, you angry, you stupid bastard. I'm kidding.
I wonder where we can yeah.
You want to continue it, or do you think we should?
We can continue it. I mean,
yeah, it's usually it's better if we have like center right, but it's I get it. We can.
Yeah, he's awesome. I mean, that guy does.
I know, like on shit posting, you can still see the rest of them and the 2 degenerates. We kind of have the toe behind us.
Yeah, we got some degenerates coming on.
No.
Here it is. I got something. What's your commentary on this?
What the? Oh, Twitch.
Yeah. What, Twitch came up? Or wait, no.
Someone following live on Twitch, so I just hit my phone. Bzz.
Yeah. Gender ideology harms children.
Of course.
Yeah, this is from the American College of Pediatricians. So I mean, like, the leftists do not have science on their side anymore, like they used to claim. I don't think the leftists ever really had science on their side. We now have the American College of Pediatricians on our side.
They never did.
No, they never.
They've always been like degenerates.
The same thing with like, there's no proof of evolution.
Oh, that's gonna be triggering. It's like, yeah, it's proof of evolution, you stupid creation. I don't care. My show, my rules.
I really don't give a shit. Like if they are triggered by the facts that I'm saying, well, too bad. Like, which are the transgender? Which are the pseudo?
Or we have Nero of Rome saying that we're pseudoscientific because we don't follow Darwinism. Oh, tough shit.
Oh wait, is he listening? Is he on here? Oh no.
I know he'll leave a comment at some point.
Oh, he's gonna comment here. You think?
Yeah.
I'll
trigger to think.
I don't mind him triggering him. Oh, here's a good video if you want to. This is the transgender Bill song. If you want to see that. Wait. You got it?
Oh, I was like in the little chat in the Hangout.
Yeah, I'm just a Bill. It's at the way bottom.
I'm just a Bill. Yes, I'm only a. There's like a Family Guy skit like that's just a Bill and just gets.
I'm just a Bill and I'd like to be Jill.
He's like, I'm just a Bill, and he just.
Yeah, he
gets stuck in he gets like the trash man comes and it's clean that is.
Well, like I think libertarianism, they don't like the commies like, we don't like the commies, but they don't know how to really deal with it.
Oh shit, what the fuck?
Did we have a 4-hour stream? Or?
We did.
Oh yeah, earlier, remember? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be a long YouTube video.
It's gonna be like, and my recordings end up doing this gay shit again.
Yeah, but like,
such Ubermensch.
Yeah, well, I wonder if there's anyone on like we could invite into this.
It's true. It's.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
I could add some friends I know. Oh, Ethan's asking. That's fine.
Yeah, like my older brother's like girlfriend was here. It was weird. So
Girlfriends, oy vey.
she's like older and it's so creepy. Like he's got it older.
That's like pedo.
No, he's like in his 30s. She's like in her 40s. It's kind of gross.
Oh, that's so cringy.
I don't know. Why am I grossed out by that? Something not right. Well, like something doesn't seem right about like. Yeah. I don't know, but like I said, you know, like we were talking about earlier, like the feminists tend to be like really ugly.
Yeah, they're stupid ugly.
Yeah, like they're obese land whales, or they look like crack whores, and then like
Yeah, they do.
and like the anti-feminist women.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, yeah, I know we brought up the dog fucker like in our other like the show. Like I'm gonna try to. It's totally cringe, and this is basically what civilization has become. It's a cesspool of just degeneracy that I'm gonna publicly deal with on myself because I'm degenerate.
Yeah. Well, even like Milo Yiannopoulos, he's trying to make it look like it's okay to be degenerate on the right now. Like,
no, it isn't.
It's not. You know, you can't be part of the right if you're going to be degenerate. I'm saying that live.
Now we gotta scream at him. Now we have to scream on him. Now, not the entire fascist and like the whole religious right has to go and say no.
Yeah.
Or get off the right and go become a liberal like Sargon.
Yeah, like because he's more like a Sargon, but he's like Milo Yiannopoulos. He's more of like a cultural libertarian. Libertarians, they're right economically, so that's what we need to know. And like they might be against gay marriage. If not Sargon, which is Milo Yiannopoulos is against gay marriage, then cool, because you're not propagating your shit. But he still openly tells us he's a fag,
Why do I need to know this?
You know what I mean? Like, is it not like? Do you think he's promoting like faggotry?
Good.
Because like, think of it. In one of his videos, he brags about sucking black cocks. I mean,
oh, get off my freaking wing, then, degenerate.
Like that's what Milo did, and I'm like, what? This is sick.
You're a sick pervert, man. Come on.
Yeah, like it pisses me off actually.
I said Doug. I told Ethan it's like Doug Fugger #triggered. He can't. Every time he hears about that, he just cringes. Like it triggers him because he went and looked at the pictures. And I wouldn't recommend you do that.
Oh, was
that video? Don't. He did, and it's like
don't look it up. I don't.
Don't. That's it. If you want to do it at your own peril.
Yeah. I'm not looking it up. It sounds too gross.
It's just pure degeneracy, and it's like you're just. I did it, and I'm just like, ugh, cringe. But...
Who is sexist now, according to a feminist?
Key.
Let's see. Let me see what this is. I mean, these people, like, they look for things to be, like, is it sexist, Like, everything is sexist with these people.
Everything is sexist. They actually made a song about that, like, the parodying the Lego movie, where it's like, everything is awesome, it's everything is sexist.
Oh, I think I heard that on who was it all with?
It's all misogyny.
Delta USA response to the Finnish Bolshevik. Oh, who's the Finnish Bolshevik? I know.
Oh, don't. He's a retarded communist.
Is he like, how retarded are we talking here?
He's like so horrible. He thinks like the poor Palestinians didn't do nothing and the Zionists are genociding them every single day, and it's like that's totally bullcrap.
Oh, have you ever played the Victim game?
No, why do you ask?
Oh no, you gotta play it.
Why?
It's hilarious.
No, fuck.
Like, you play as a Dindu, right?
Oh my god! Why are you telling me this shit?
Oh no, it's hilarious. And like, there's a camera on the screen, like, and the camera moves to film. So if you get caught and like you get caught stabbing Whitey, like then it films you and it's like it's a murderer. Ah! But if you don't, what you want to do is you want to stab the people off camera, then run to the police and hope they shoot you or beat you. So you'll either get a martyr's death or police brutality.
Oh, so you can say you didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
That is such a funny. It sounds like a funny game.
Oh man, let me see. Was it the Victim? I found it on Reddit.
It's like
maybe it's like a Palestinian. But like, yeah, it's I think he plays a Palestinian because he doesn't look like a black dude. I thought it was a black dude.
Oh, it might be like Israel or something, where like he kills Jews off camera, and then it's fine.
Yeah.
When the IDF actually goes after him, then then he didn't do nothing. Zionists are just racist kikes.
Yeah. When they start beating you, like it says apartheid state, like you get arrested, and when they shoot you, it says, "Oh, we got a man who's murdered, innocent minority." I played it. I thought it was pretty funny because like it was just the most politically incorrect game I've ever played.
Oy, poor victim.
Yeah. I actually thought of like, they got Moon Man Doom. I don't really like Doom. I think it's a stupid game personally. But...
Oy vey, you talked about Doom, racist bastard.
Is Doom racist now?
No, I'm joking.
I
was doing the oy vey. It's like another Showa.
Showa? Like they're talking about Japan?
No, like it's like another Holocaust. Let me see that.
I thought it was like a Japanese Holocaust.
No, the Showa is another word for it's a Hebrew word for the Holocaust.
Oh yeah, because Showa is also a word, a similar sounding word. Showa period in Japan.
Oh yeah, it's like another Showa.
Oh.
Who's
the first person who said gas the kikes race war now? I'm trying to figure it out.
I don't know. It's probably some edgy tard on the internet.
Because on Stormfront.
Oh, of course. I don't doubt it's on Stormfront because Stormfront is retarded.
I mean, like everyone says, "Oh, Stormfront's the alt-right." Stormfront is not the alt-right either.
Of course, it's not. That's neo-Nazis.
I hate now, and the Daily Stormer they say is alt-right. In fact, I'm going to send you that. I don't think this Daily Stormer is a bunch of oh man, I hate these people.
It's a bunch of more storm fags, essentially.
Yeah, I've also heard that the guy who runs it, Andrew Anglin, is just a complete and total fraud, according to Ben Garrison.
Wow, so apparently Ben Garrison's a neo-Nazi anti-Semite now.
Yeah, and he's not. Like they just kind of they ruined that dude's life. But
let me guess, 4chan ruined his life.
Yeah, 4chan. 4chan. I still like 4chan because
there's a lot of degenerate things on 4chan though.
Yeah, I mean it's filled with like homos and shit, but like there's a lot of patriots on 4chan too.
A lot of Daydreeds, stand-up Daydweeter.
Yeah. But like 4chan is like Phil, I don't know what you're talking about, but like
Brutus Spard, freaking autist, you have not learned Brutus Spard. Wow, you're just
4chan has become a place of faggots too.
Of course.
Yeah. Every time I see 4chan, I always notice that there's like a lot of like just pornographic shit and all that.
Like a bunch of dicks.
Yeah, man. What's worse is chat roulette.
Oh, it's Site B.
Greetings and salutations, gentlemen.
Hey, Gator, what's up?
How do I sound? Am I too loud or?
Ethan just left, but it's all good.
Oh damn!
But it's fine and dandy. We're talking about the contradictions of the left. And some degenerate stuff.
I heard you were talking about 4chan.
Yeah, we were just talking about 4chan.
4chan, yeah.
Yeah. Ben Garrison, Cyclone Ben.
Cyclone Ben.
One more.
Cyclone Ben is just, he's gay, but 4chan went and wrecked his life.
Yeah. I like his cartoons. He exposes the left in his cartoons, but like 4chan just like Nazi-fied them all, like made it look like a Stormfront.
So what specifically were you talking about?
We're talking about all kinds of degenerate shit.
Yeah. Cultural
Well, have you defined what you consider to be degenerate? Because I've seen some people in the chat where they're saying that anything X that I don't like is degenerate. That's a very common thing for people to just throw.
I hear Stormfronters say stuff like the Storm Fags always talk about it.
They are just like social justice warriors. Like social justice warriors, anything they don't like is racist. Well, with Stormfront, anything they don't like is degenerate.
Which what it is, I'd say an immoral or a corrupt person.
Exactly, that's a good.
So by extension, immoral things or degenerate things would be immoral or corrupt actions.
Yes.
I think
Oh, okay.
both, but I'd say both myself and America, we both say homos are degenerates.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, even Milo. I consider Milo a degenerate. And Milo can call me on that. I don't
Well,
give
why even him? I mean, he's the one that flouts, doing things in a grotesque way just to shock
Yeah, he
people.
talks about sucking black cocks.
I know, that's totally cringe.
Well, he just does that to shock people, and clearly it worked in your case.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's totally cringy. It's like, oh, why would you just... I think that's what this whole thing's like. Ethan, like, he gets cringy every time I bring him, like, they say Doug Fugger, and he gets all triggered.
Yeah,
It's like, don't bring that up! Don't bring that up! I was like, yeah, I guess I got to. Which I'm assuming that has to be for attention, too.
Cater, you remind me of Milo.
Why is that?
Because you kind of got like the, the kind of twang, Like,
I have a twang.
yeah, you have a gentlemanly.
No, I thank you. Many people think I'm from Britain for some reason.
What?
I wish I had that, I just sound like an American asshole.
There's nothing wrong with a standard Midwestern American accent, in my opinion.
Thank you.
It's just America.
Yeah. I'm glad people think I'm from the Midwest. A lot of people think that.
Of course. I don't have that drop, darn it.
Yeah.
But shit posting is coming up, which is great. That's gonna be great.
Oh, man.
Well, anyways, I'm curious about what you had said, Delta. You said you find homosexual is degenerate, so I assume by extension homosexuality is degenerate.
Yes, I think both me and America would say the same thing. It's just we both say the exact same
gross.
thing.
It's just totally disgusting.
Well, you can think it's gross, but you have to build a better case than it's gross.
It's just like it's totally just not. You get higher rates of AIDS and other disease, and it's just like you get enough of it, it's just gonna destroy everything. It's just like, oh dear, you want to normalize this, and it already happened, and now I'm like, what's the next thing?
Yeah, AIDS was not called AIDS originally. It was like gay immunodeficiency disorder. It was GRIDS or something like that.
Right. That wasn't because of homosexuality itself. It was because of extremely risky sexual behavior.
Which and gays engage in very extremely risky sexual behavior.
Yeah.
No, they do it at a higher rate, but that doesn't. You're saying that because they do, that inherently makes the sexual act involved with homosexuals more reprehensible than it does with straight people.
My problem is it destroys the family. That's what I.
People go, oh no, you're just believing in conspiracy theories now, but feminism kind of help with the family degrading too, which it's a number.
Well, again, I mean, there's two different things there. In that,
it's a number of things.
An act of sodomy is not destroying the family. It's when it's when people are encouraged into lifestyles which are only aimed at satisfying base carnal urges and nothing else.
Exactly. You gave a good. That's good, Cater. You actually gave a better argument than even I could come up with against it.
I was trying to say versus better than me, but I was like, oh shit! Like, what can I think of? I know the adverse health outcomes is one. Like it's. Yeah. I know one act on its own will do nothing, but they say, oh, therefore it can have no effect on society at all.
They have in San Francisco. I was listening to it was like Jeff Rentz or something, but I don't know if you guys know who Jeff Rentz is, but he was basically talking about how, I think it was Tex Mars and Jeff Rentz. The guys are kind of anti-Semitic, but I wouldn't suggest these two. But they were basically talking about how in San Francisco they had these homosexuals that would have these orgies in San Francisco, and one of them would have AIDS, one of them would not, and they took the risk of getting AIDS by having these orgies.
Because of just... And they'll say, oh, if you just allow, there'll be no effect on society. That's what we say. I always doubt it. I always doubt that.
That brings it to the crux of my distinction and I guess my disagreement with you two, is that what those actions that they're taking, they're not taking them because they're homosexual men. They're taking them because they are, disgusting individuals.
They're degenerates.
Right, but you would have to somehow tie that behavior inextricably to their sexuality, which I don't believe you can reliably do. To condemn sexuality in total.
Excuse me, Cater.
Yes?
Are you Morocco?
Am I Moroccan?
Yeah, no, I'll show you. No, I don't mean Moroccan. Are you this guy on YouTube? Because I think I heard him before. I think I've heard that voice.
He's just Cater.
Oh, Morocco? No, I'm not. No.
No,
My
no, no,
channel
no,
is
no,
also
no.
the same as my name.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know.
He's just kind of checking, and it's kind of a good idea.
Yeah, because I was curious, like, oh wow, I met Morocco, you know.
A man of many faces, a man of names.
A bunch of you got a bunch of this.
You see what I'm saying, though, Delta?
Da. I said da. I'm like, that's another. I'm saying yes in other languages now. Speak Russian.
Because I mean, I can understand it. I have a knee-jerk reaction to all kinds of things, but you know, things that I find disgusting, like wearing your pants in a baggy fashion such that your underwear is showing. I find it really...
That crap's
No,
stupid.
that originates from faggotry in prison.
Right. I find it disgusting, but I don't think it's an immoral thing to do. I just think it's a grotesque fashion trend.
It
So
just makes you look stupid when you're doing it.
Yeah, but that's a important difference to make, is something that you take an aesthetic contention with, as opposed to something which you take a ethical or moral contention with.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the reason why I have such an ethical problem with homosexuality is the effect that it has on children's minds.
Oh, that's crazy. Like, you always talk about that, and they go, that's what they go, oh, it doesn't have any effect.
Traumatizes them.
Most of these people who are gay actually were abused as children. Or they always have something wrong with them, abuse or whatever it be. There's something with their head.
Is there data to back that up? Because I'm not familiar with these polls.
I don't.
But that's usually what you hear. Usually it's something weird like that happen, but it can be anything almost, to be honest.
Oh, it could be like they saw porn when they were like 3 or something.
It's just, you don't know. It's like you just know there's something with it. But I could give you the data.
I know.
I cannot. I'd like to see it, because I don't know the data on any kind of clinical or scientific polling done on homosexuality. I do know for transsexuals, there is I believe it was the last time I checked, a 30% higher, 30 or 40%, somewhere in between 30 and 40% higher suicide rate for transsexual individuals.
It's almost hard to find stuff on gays, because most of the media is pretty left and pretty much for it, to the point it's going to be very hard to pick it.
Try to cover up a lot of it.
It's either just deny it or just act like it doesn't exist, or it's a conspiracy theory of crazy religious people. So but I could go on a manhunt for it if you need it.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't want you to get me wrong. I think it's really frustrating when organizations paint homosexual individuals with a perfectly white, pristine halo simply because of their sexual orientation, which is also a double standard by their own ethical conditioning, which they rarely acknowledge.
Of course, they don't acknowledge it.
Well, hypocrisy is probably the most disgusting thing I can think of, so it really rubs me the wrong way.
I do kind of like respect a homo that's against gay marriage. Like,
There are homos that are like that, though. It's
like, they don't want to destroy the family, they just want to practice it themselves. Like, as long as they keep it in their own home.
It's almost like I don't even care if, like, you're just gonna, because I know, because basically, was it America? We both said that we know it's just going to exist no matter what. So trying to totally purge it off the planet, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, that can't work.
But the mass promotion of it, saying it's totally fine and it has no effect on society, is like retarded, and actually it does.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
and people that promote it publicly, I think, should get punished publicly.
Oh, public humiliation.
Yeah. Like, if you're going to promote faggotry publicly, we should shame them, like, type shit.
Don't do it.
Well, like, what would your punishment be? Now I'm curious.
I don't know. I mean,
it's not a good method, but I don't know. But people might go, "Oh, Eighth Amendment, you can't do that."
Give them a nice jail time. Without any men, like, I don't know.
I'm not a fan of that. I don't support giving jail time to anyone who is not a violent offender, because all you're doing is siphoning money off taxpayers, where it could otherwise be spent more productively. That's why I don't think thieves should be imprisoned. I think thieves should be placed in a custody under whoever they stole from for a certain allotted amount of time until they worked back for that person as much money as they stole.
That's a good idea. I never thought of that.
Right. I mean, unless they're a violent thief, like a cat
Rape,
burglar who
kill
stabs somebody, in which case they're dangerous to society and I'd have them locked up. But yeah, I don't think that kind of petty incarceration is at all financially worthwhile.
I would say maybe make them pay a fine for publicly promoting homosexuality. Like,
I think in Syria they had people
Pay the jizya.
fines.
that's a good idea. Like, aside
Yeah, Muslims think so too.
I think Muslims don't want to kill him. The Muslims want to kill him, though, right?
Like Sharia, I know Iran they kill
Depends.
them. I know, and it depends on what it depends. If it's like Wahhabism, they'll have them executed.
Like, Allah Akbar.
You should have some Mohammedans on sometime. That would be interesting.
So I'll see if I can get some like banner of the people to get on the Hangout.
There is
Yeah,
that.
I can prong a couple Muslims.
You know, Officer Hazem,
I do not.
No.
Christian National Socialist.
Pretty interesting to see a Muslim even on here, because mostly it's just a bunch of edgy fedora tippers or evil religious fundamentalists of Christian values.
We're just so evil.
So intolerant.
Yeah, I think we need to be put in camps, right? You
Oh,
know,
that's what you should be locked up, and how dare we talk about that? And people should be skeptics. Yet you should blindly follow social justice.
yeah,
to
we
the
should
T.
just blindly.
Well, come on, Delta. Don't conflate two different things. Being skeptical and being a social justice warrior are not mutually
Well, no,
inclusive.
my entire point is that some of these people say you need to be a skeptic, yet they'll make people dogmatically cuckolds at the same time, and it's just
It's
how
weird.
does
That's like
weird
rationality.
it's like weird, it's stupid. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a liberal, I don't know, but I'm like locking people up over like something petty as a religion is retarded.
Yeah.
Sorry, Islam. You want to lock me up? That'd be tough.
You commit crime.
No, I didn't do anything.
Allah
You just
Akbar.
you just don't like me. There you go.
Picks up machete. Plays Nasheed. No, let me play that over the. Can I play that over the?
Oh no, I don't want to get blacklisted by the freaking
No,
government.
I better not play that.
What did you want to play? Now I want to know.
Oh, what's that song?
It's some dumb jihadi crap.
Oh, is it the Turksman Ottoman thing from Germany?
No, I was gonna play like the ISIS anthem or some shit.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, you
But-
probably would get blacklisted for that.
Yeah, that's probably not a good idea. I'm pretty sure like the people who turned that into a meme are blacklisted now. Like,
I find the idea of sort of criminalizing acts based off of something as hard to pin down as a simple repulsion or a base kind of aversion to it to be kind of troublesome. So a lot of this stuff that you've been talking about seems like it would kind of, if you were to legislate it, would form essentially a suppressed underclass that would inevitably revolt
you mean
against
against
you.
Arab revolt.
like talking about a violent revolt?
Yes, like a violent revolt. Like, I mean, if you criminalized like all homosexuality, I can't see that ending particularly well.
Well, no, we
Yeah.
don't want to do that. Like,
I don't think I ever said something like that. Which I know in the end we'd probably get criminalized and we'd probably receive the same thing to the point it would just be a cycle of
violent.
rebellions and wars and nothing would go well.
It'd be like, yeah. I mean, well, my view is like we need to like do what Putin did, and what Belarus did.
I think Kyrgyzstan did like a similar thing too.
Yeah, exactly. Like there needs to be something in our constitution banning gay marriage and banning the propaganda of homosexuality.
So you can do it, just don't try to promote it and like try to
Yeah.
be some cringe lord.
Yeah, don't.
Because not everyone's on your level. I'm sorry.
I also think what we need to do is, in order to get our population rising, we should actually, encourage marriage. one man, one woman, just good old tradition. And we should have mass government-funded weddings.
Government-funded weddings.
Oh, just like what the Reich did, how they promoted like motherhood and all the other.
Yeah.
Well, I've talked with Delta about this before. I've never been terribly interested in marriage in regards to it, because of the fact that it's a legally binding contract between two people and a state, and I don't see the point in that. Or rather, I understand it, but I certainly wouldn't want to. What?
I understand where you're coming from. Like more of like a private marriage would be better. Like.
Well, not marriage at all. I don't hang with the concept of marriage, but with the concept of a union between two people. You know, both carnal and spiritual. I think is quite beautiful and indispensable. But people tie up.
I think that's actually, you're kind of right on that, because like back in the ancient times, that's basically was marriage, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, not. Well, what's really crucial is, you know, that just two people that love each other and are dedicated to each other, and you know, to say that because you don't have a certificate from the government that this is illegitimate, I think is ridiculous.
I don't think you should need a certificate from the government. I completely understand you. You know, a man and a woman love each other. I kind of understand that. Is he mute? Oh, are you back?
What the heck happened?
I don't know. Were you there?
Where did Gator go? Did he just disappear?
Where is he? He back?
I don't know.
He just muted himself. I don't know. I kind of agreed with what he said, but like.
No, I'm sorry. I'm here.
Yeah.
I mean, just like you can be quiet. So
I think it could be either or. I think it should be voluntary, but like I also think that the state certificate could also like help promote it more to other people, like so other people want to do it. But then like I also kind of understand what you're saying. Like maybe the state could promote it, but not so much like just hand out.
No, I don't think the state should have anything to do with marriage. I'm not a libertarian myself, but this is one of the areas where I fall into pretty much concise agreement with them.
Wait, what are you? Because I was trying to figure out, like.
What was that?
It's a little thing that have like a bunch of sounds on it.
That's cool.
So I did like a laughing effect. He's like, "What are you then?" I'm just like.
What are you? Like, do we got
the comedy effect?
Wait, I got something for you I can play over here.
That's an idiocy. Well, I don't even want to bring that guy up.
Who?
He who cannot be named, who says we're obsessed with him.
Oh, you the socialist.
You always talk about him. I think you are obsessed with him, Delta.
I say he cannot be named because I don't bring him up all the time. Like I really try.
You two should just kiss. That's what you two should do.
No, he should just get off my planet.
Yeah. Social Democrat 01.
Oh, that guy? I'd send it right, tell him the story about some stuff. But let's not get on that because we know how creepy that guy is already.
Is he like a pedophile? No.
No. We can all ask. All this stuff can be asked off the stream.
Yeah, we can all ask it off. The stream.
Yeah, because I don't want to like.
Yeah.
Get a bunch of drama queens you are.
Oh my.
Oh, you hear about that? Apparently, some big YouTuber said drama is bad, and now it's just like now everyone's taking it out of proportion and going.
Well, I think this episode is doing pretty well. I mean, well, I'm going to ask you this, Cater. You're not Milo Yiannopoulos in disguise, are you?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I sound anything like him. I don't much like shock jocks either. I find them cheap and tawdry.
Especially him.
Well, he bores me. He's only interested in shocking other people, and he's far more interested in shocking you than he is of saying anything that's actually interesting. And so it makes him very boring.
It's I've never thought of it like that.
What things that are interesting does he actually say?
I mean, he says some true things. I mean,
some true things, but that doesn't mean it's interesting.
Yeah, you're right.
I would just avoid him altogether, to be honest.
I mean, I try to avoid him, but like he pops up a lot. Like,
why just stay away from wherever he is?
Yeah. I do like Breitbart as a news source.
You'll catch the gay.
Yeah, I don't want to catch the homo.
Catch the homo and then do an ISIS and throw him off a building. Which that's such
I
a
didn't know
genius
about
idea.
that. That seems a bit rude, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. What is he like? Catch the homo. Then what do you do next? Give him a fine?
Yeah, like make him pay like. I mean, what would be a good amount of money? I don't know.
Or just confiscate his property?
I don't know if I want to do that. Like,
I don't mind if some libertarian. Who's echoing?
wait, something.
Well, let me mute myself and see if it's me.
Hey. Oh, it's America. What the fuck, man?
No, I knew it wasn't me. I have a good microphone.
Yeah, am I echoing?
Yeah, you're echoing like really bad.
How do I stop that?
He's not echoing for me. He sounds perfectly fine.
Wow.
It's not me.
I think it's you, Delta.
Let me check it. I don't hear anything.
Check your mic, Delta.
Oh, I hear echoing.
Yeah, it is you. It is you.
Let me check it. What the fuck? Let me check my audio levels and.
Technical difficulties. Please stand by. We need some like.
Is it any better or is it still? Nope.
It's still. He still sounds like he's slowly turning into a Decepticon.
Oh shit, let me get a new mic then.
Well, we were talking about the NSM earlier, and how like the NSM are morbidly obese.
What is the NSM? I don't know what that is.
National Socialist Movement.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with them.
Oh, then maybe you're still sane, but like I'll send a picture of. Let's see if I can get it. These guys look like LARPers. Okay. Oh, there was one who was just. There's somebody who says, oh, here's an interesting article. The anarchists own the Nazis, and the Nazis cause a car wreck as they. Okay, this is just some leftist crap. I thought it was saying like the NSM is run by anarchists. Like that would be weird. But you get what I'm saying?
Not really. No.
It would kind of make sense, man.
I'm not sure I follow.
Like, a neo-Nazi party secretly led by Antifa just so they could, like, have an excuse to be idiots?
I'm not sure I buy that. I'd need a bit more convincing, I think.
Okay.
But there's a guy in your chat named Right-Wing Atheist who says drama is entertaining. Really now? Is it ever really entertaining? It's usually a misnomer. Anytime I see it, on the YouTubes, it's dreadfully boring.
It depends, really. I mean, if it's good drama. Okay, here it is. The link got messed up at first and got in this whole
Yeah,
mission.
I was like, what is that?
Yeah, here it is. You can see it at the bottom. Don't they look obese? They look like feminists.
Yeah, they're pretty chunky.
So, I mean, here's another one. Here is another one. Another NSM. Oh, man.
These Nazi types are always obsessed with their tattoos, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, man. I tell you, is this a... There's even like a Mexican wearing a brown shirt fighting with a Nazi wearing a black shirt.
Like a la Norman Rockwell?
Yeah. It's so weird. Oh, you mean George Lincoln? Yeah.
George Lincoln Rockwell. Now getting the painter and the movement leader mixed up.
Yeah. I think, maybe George Lincoln Rockwell probably had it better than the current generation of...
What do you mean?
I think, like, maybe he was slightly more reasonable. I don't think he was, like, a complete and total, like, genocidal tard. Like, I think...
Well, I'm just not very interested in neo-Nazis. I mean, they just keep doing the same... What really gets me about them is their lack of originality. I mean...
Sorry, my thing kind of went wonky.
Yeah.
My thing was echoing. I unplugged it and it wasn't working. So
we're talking about, like, oh, you can click the links. One got messed up, but, like, I reposted it.
He was just showing me his chunky socialist girlfriends.
Oh. Oh, man, but yeah, this is the NSM.
Oh, NSM, they're just, like, retarded.
Well, they're a fighting force to be feared for sure.
I
Yeah,
mean,
they're just so
these
retarded.
they're gonna take over
Sure.
America one day.
I
Am I
seem to
still
see-
This can be made a meme. I'm gonna repost this one just so you can see it again.
Usually, if it's someone's echoing, they can't hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, look at the bottom one, the way bottom one. This is a meme.
So
I'm not
let me let me ask you a question. I kind
Yeah.
of have an idea of what Delta will say, I think, but since I'm less familiar with you, America,
Mhm.
perhaps this will allow me to get to know you better.
Yeah.
What does your ideal version of America look like? I assume you live in America because you sound
Yes.
like an American and you
I am
have
an
that as
American.
your name.
I'm as American as apple pie. Okay, that sounds kind of obese, but I'm not. But I would like an America, you know,
I'll take your word on the
single
obese
party
part.
state. What, Cruz just quit? Oh yeah, I just heard, one of my associates here just told me Cruz quit the race.
Oh, did he?
Oh yeah, I heard it from another
That's
another
true.
nationalist comrade of mine who's a national socialist. Kind of got the.
You know,
Oh,
he
there's a
did?
national
He
socialist.
suspended his
I
campaign.
would like. Okay, can I explain what I'm about? I would like a limited government, not unlimited. In case you misheard that, limited. Like I'm kind of like a minarchist. You know, I don't want anarchy, but you know, at the same time, I don't want democracy either. So I would like a dictatorship, a limited government ruled by a dictator, a free market, lower taxes, lower regulations, but no usury. There cannot be usury in this society. Also, I would like, no homos. Okay, we should on our constitution. We need to have a constitutional convention that changes some things in the constitution to prevent homos, and other forms of degeneracy. We need to have like the last 5 of the 10 commandments added to our constitution, which are already kind of based there. But I would actually like to add, something similar like what they got in Belarus and in Russia, preventing homosexuality. I would like abortion activists to be arrested for advocating murder and other such things.
Okay, well that's kind of what I assumed you'd say. Yeah, that seems pretty much in line with what Delta thinks.
I didn't say ban all the homos. I just don't promote it. Like, please.
Yeah, I mean that's just I said ban all the homos just because it's kind of hard for me to.
You want to, Delta.
I wish I could.
In an idealistic world, I think both of ours, yes, but we can't do that, so that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think you can ban all the homos. It's not possible. It's not physically possible.
It still exists. It's just been one of those weird things. It's been around.
That's why I
So
said
you two essentially have a great deal of overlap with constitutional monarchists, then, essentially.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that I'm not a big fan of monarchies.
Yeah, I'm not. Me neither.
Except for European. Europe can have monarchies, just not for America. We've been a republic since our creation.
Since the founding.
Well, that's
Like
weird.
the
You
state.
have some kind of romanticism about the form of government, regardless of its utility.
Yeah.
Why?
Are you talking about monarchy or republic?
Republic. I mean, like, why? If you believed that some other form of government was more efficacious, then why wouldn't you transition to it
With
or
a
attempt to?
republic, it's not always. It doesn't have to be a democracy in a republic. It can be an aristocratic republic. I mean, as long as it's the rule of law. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking because I had asked, or not I had asked, but Delta had said that it should remain a republic because it has always been a republic.
Yeah, no, I don't
Most
think
Americans would be down with having a king. I know
Yeah.
Europeans throughout their history have had monarchs and other.
Right, but that's not a good argument either. That's an appeal to the authority of the majority.
It really depends. Like France, I think it's gonna stay a republic forever. To be honest, it's not gonna go back anytime. It'll never go back at this point.
Yeah, they've just been so screwed up.
Republics or whatever. I know fascism can work with monarchies. If it is a monarchy, you can. Because with Italy, it was a monarchy. But then that didn't go too well. They moved to make a republic in the north.
Yeah, but see, the thing about every time I meet someone who's espousing fascism, they never seem particularly concerned that it will ever turn dogmatic. I mean, what Mussolini himself said is that fascism is a new religion. Fascism is a religion, I believe, is what he said. So, Doesn't that trouble you? I mean, it is essentially a theocratic kind of rule. I find that troubling, just that you would consciously set it up as such.
So, got anything else to say, or is that it?
Oh, well, I can come up with a pretty good argument for you here, and also for myself. I would say, George Washington himself didn't want political parties. Like he didn't. George Washington was not for political parties.
Yeah, and I believe Jefferson said that we shouldn't establish democracy either.
Yeah, he said that too, I believe. But I thought he was a Jeffersonian. I thought he actually advocated for like some kind of agrarian democracy. I'm not sure.
You talk about being dogmatic. It really depends, because I know with like the fascist state, it's not going to be the same everywhere you go. It'll have differences, but you will get some dogmas that show up.
No, I'm talking about the core of the belief of that the state should be supreme above everything, and that nothing should exist outside of it. I mean, that's where it becomes troubling. It becomes essentially like what you see in North Korea, where there's so much hermetic suppression that the people are encapsulated from the outside world, and they only know what their government tells them. They know nothing else. That's a principle of fascism.
The state. I know the state and the nation are very big. But I know with the DPRK, like it's we want to keep all the Westerners out and shit because most socialisms, which at socialist states tend to do the same thing. Like it's kind of funny is they'll tell you, you people are elevate nation. It's kind of funny to watch two sides argue, but you do have an interesting point there if you wanted to say that. The nation is a huge key. It's like it's the big piece of it. So it's no fascist will deny the nation's important in that case.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a belief and a form of government that's based. It's coming from the right place. I think it's coming from good sentiments. But I could never support it just because it seems to always tend towards a dogmatic trajectory. And if there's one thing I never want to live in or under, it's a theocracy.
I don't think anyone here wants to live under theocracy. I wouldn't even set up a state like that to be like where it's one religion.
Only Christ can do that. No human being can do that.
No one can set up every time man tries to set up a theocracy, it's like terrible. Like I think like the Ayatollah, they have holes in there.
So what denomination of Christian are you, America?
I am non-denominational.
Non-denominational.
Well, them and I are like the same thing almost, to be honest.
I am America. What? I'm not America.
I was just curious because recently I've been running into a lot of people that say Catholics aren't Christians. It's just funny to me.
Wait, are you Catholic?
What?
Wait, are you Catholic? I wasn't sure.
Do you think I'm Catholic?
No, he's more just he doesn't care. He really Cater doesn't really seem to care at all.
Not particularly.
Tater, is you alt-right?
What's that?
Is you alt-right?
Well, people have said I am. I don't attach any importance to the label.
Then you're better than the liberals, I gotta say. Because liberals seem to love labels.
Yeah, and labels are important, of course, but when you obsess over them and make them the core of your identity, you've clearly gone astray. I mean, that should be obvious to any sane person, and it becomes extremely tedious when but what ism are you, and like then you have to delineate on the other isms that are in the subcategory of that previous ism, and it's just exhausting.
I think the whole Hangout's kind of just dying off, is it?
I think kind of.
Yes, I think do you wish to cut it off here now?
Oh, all right. Well, thank you for having me on, Jim.
Yeah, I mean, it was good to have you.
It's pretty interesting debates and shit.
Will this be on the YouTubes?
Oh yeah, that will be on YouTube.
Yeah, cool. Send it to me. I mean,
Alright, so I'm going to end it right here before everyone goes. This is Delta Say in America, 77733, kind of like the whole 1488.
but not as retarded.
Yeah, that was retarded, of course. Made with good meaning. And we're signing off.
Thank you.